Okay, let's see. Am I supposed to name my live stream? I don't know. I'm just testing this out, doing some guitar practicing, and we're gonna kind of see what's up. All right, so I'm just warming up. Is that a weird angle? And somebody shows up. Let me know how that volume is. So today what I'm going to be doing as I practice, I'm going to run through this MAB warm-up. Let's see. Someone's here. Arpin! What's up, Arpin? Hey, let me know how the volume is for the guitar and for my voice. I've never done this before, so no idea. But cool, good to see you here. I mean, I can't see you, but you can see me. So I'm just doing my daily warm-up right now to sort of get things started, and then I'm gonna run some technical exercises. Today I want to focus kind of on some sweep picking and some tapping and a little bit of legato and picking, but not for too long because I have a set. My voice is a bit loud. My voice is always loud. I can talk quieter, I suppose. Like, should I turn my guitar up? Anyway, after I finish this and then a little bit of technique work, then I'm going to be getting the Prism set ready for the shows at the end of the month. There are two approaches of legato, right? Yeah. So there are two approaches to. Yeah. Okay, so legato typically is a combination of hammer-ons and pull-offs, but yes, I've only known one person in my whole life who does the hammer-on only approach, but I think that was Alan Holdsworth that did that. And Manini, hello, Imad. Anyway, yeah, so there's two approaches to legato, which is like normally when I go backwards and I descend, I'm gonna pull off there, and I'm literally doing pull-offs. But then there's the approach of where everything is a hammer-on. I can't do it that way, so I do it with the combination of hammer-ons and pull-offs. Yeah. Like that. My legato style is very like Satriani inspired, you know. And every now and then I'll throw in a little bit of picking. I'm not a very good alternate picker, so I'll do like mostly legato and then like throw in something like that, you know. Algeria. Oh, cool, man. You're from Algeria. Christian needs to poop. I support healthy poops. I think that's really great. Look, guys, if you're not going poop at least once a day, then let's talk about your fiber intake. I just had an apple, so getting my daily fiber. Okay, so this is fun. I was just doing like some warm-ups, but if anybody else has a question, I'm happy to answer it here. So where was I in my warm-up? I did a video recently called My 10 Favorite Warm-Ups. And so this is one of them. And I literally do this warm-up every day to get started. Song to Algeria. Song to Algeria. Song to Algeria. What modeler do I use? I use a Quad Cortex, the Neural DSP Quad Cortex. Arpin, I'm curious to know what you use. So the Quad Cortex came about because I got this gig with this amazing pop duo, Prism, and their engineer used, I'd always just used like amps, right? Like my Mesa and my Friedmans, that kind of thing. And I'd always use like my traditional pedal board. I don't know how well you can see that down there, but for playing in this band, they were like, no amps. You have to get a modeler. And I was like, oh my goodness. And I was like, well, what did you use to craft these sounds, Mr. Producer? Jeff Rockwell is his name. Brilliant producer. And he said, I use the Quad Cortex. And he's like, if you get one, I'll send you all the tone patches so you don't have to build a whole rig. So that's what I did. And I'll tell you, the first like 15 hours with the Quad Cortex was really stressful. It was really frustrating. I did not like it at all. It was a steep learning curve. A guy who's used to just using traditional amps. And so then but once I got the hang of the Quad Cortex, it was so easy. I've put all of my real amps in the Quad Cortex. I'll probably do a YouTube video doing like a tone comparison because it's pretty cool. And then the other thing I did with the Quad Cortex was I started just any gig I got, like if it was a country gig or if it was a church gig. I live in Texas, so a lot of people gig in churches here. It's just a pretty common thing. And so I literally got on the Neural DSP website and I was like, worship guitar. And I just downloaded a patch that had a whole bunch of different sounds for everything you need for worship guitar. I took it to the church, plug and play, and the sound guy was like, that's incredible. How are you getting those tones? So yeah, that's kind of a long answer. Let's see, what else we got here? Do you think I'll finally get some Valentines? I'm staying at my girl's house. Yeah, finally get some on Valentine's. I don't know. I mean, it depends on what your relationship is like with your lady. Are you treating her right? Are you respectful? Are you taking care of her needs? I would say just focus on her needs and the rest will fall into place. Let's see. I use NUX MG30. Huh. I don't know what that is. Like I'm familiar with like the Helix and what else? I'm familiar with the Helix and your Fractal Axe FX and what's the other big one? But I feel like I usually see like the Helix Stomp and the Quad Cortex. Those are the ones I see most out in the wild. I think I commented on one of your videos that I need some Sean Lane licks, and you said, no way, that's the dude. I can't do Sean Lane. Sean Lane was a monster. I will say I've been getting back to doing like my sweep picking. Can you hear that okay? The guitar? I think it sounds better on the neck pickup. This is the only guitar I've ever bought, this Music Man Cutlass, that I didn't have to mod in any way. It sounds amazing. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna practice that here in a minute. Hope you're doing well, enjoying that quote. Gottfried! What's up, Gottfried? Gottfried lives in Germany. Aren't you in Germany, Gottfried? Gottfried is an incredible guitar player. Now I'm nervous, because I cannot play like Gottfried. The guy can just like... some of my go-to licks, and Gottfried is just like whoa, 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 you know. That's like one of those things that I feel like I can do that not everybody can do, but I can't do the things that Gottfried can do. Cool, good to see you here, man. How do you hold the pick and Arpin? Tell me if I'm saying that right. Arpin. I really like your questions. You got great questions. How do you hold the pick, and how should we relax? Thanks, Godfrey. I appreciate it, man. How should we relax, and how do you relax while playing? Okay. Sleeping video live show. Okay. How I hold the pick. It's a little different for everybody. but generally what I would recommend starting with is holding it kind of like this, like an okay sign. And I think Gottfried actually helped me learn how to kind of relearn how to hold my pick almost a decade ago. Golly, we met a decade ago. So I'm using a Jazz 3, or actually this is a Rock 3, which is the same as a Jazz 3. So I don't know what that matters. But whatever pick you're using, I like to, and Gottfried will recognize this. So we learned this from the same person that you don't want to hold the pick like flat against the strings, like parallel, but you also don't want a really extreme angle. You want to have just like a slight angle. And then some people bend the thumb like this. And I have a new guitar student who I just started working with who's pretty good. And we were talking about his picking technique, and I was telling him to try bending the thumb. And he holds his thumb more like this, right? So rather than having that bend, he's got more of this curve here, and it just works for him. And so I think you want to hold on tightly to the pick. You don't need to squeeze it too hard. If you find that it's turning and slipping, that usually just kind of goes away in time. And then what else about holding the pick that I'm missing? You will want to how do I put it? Not pick very hard. The faster you go, the light. I learned that from Pete Thorne. Pete Thorne. I was doing a live stream once, and I asked him. I was like, "How do you go so fast?" And he's just like, "The faster you go, the lighter touch that you need." So try doing some like just tremolo picking on one string. My wrist is incredibly relaxed when I do that, but I still have a firm grip on the pick. And that just kind of takes some time. The other big piece that people miss about how to hold the pick properly is you got to mute all thicker strings than whatever note you're playing. So like if I'm playing the 9th fret on the 3rd string, my fretting hand needs to block all thinner strings. Like you don't want to leave them exposed like this. And a lot of people make that mistake. A lot of my students make that mistake, and we have to correct that on day one. And then that palm needs to rest on those thicker strings. So I've got block, 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 hit, block, block. So if I strum all 6 strings, only that note is ringing. So Arpin, I hope that answers your question. Yeah, cool. You use Jazz 3 too. I don't always use Jazz 3. I also just use like these Ernie balls, and I'll use those just for like strumming. Most gigs that I'm playing on, I'm doing very little shredding. And so I'm doing a lot of rhythm playing. So I really like a 0.73 or a 0.8 millimeter pick for something like that. My absolute favorite pick, which I don't have any of right now, is the Dunlop Sharp Oltex. The Dunlop Oltex Sharp. They're like the yellow kind of see-through ones with the rhino on it. And I like those as a 0.73 or a 0.9. And those are great. Those are kind of like a nice balance between a thinner strumming pick and a thick shredding pick. So you kind of get the best of both worlds with those. Oh, Theo, you love mosquitoes. I don't support that. I live in Texas, and I don't know where you live, but here in Texas, mosquitoes are like the bane of my existence. When it's like that 80 degrees Fahrenheit. How would you explain pick slanting? Yeah, pick slanting is just going to be just have a slight angle on it, right? So you want to slant the pick just a little bit. And then any left hand independence advice? Yes. So for training your left hand to be independent, there's a couple things you can do without the guitar, which is put your fretting hand on your other palm. And then I don't even remember where I learned this, but it's great. So you can practice this even without a guitar, and take turns pulling back one finger at a time. And you'll find, like, especially with that third finger, that pinky and the middle finger want to go with it, but they're secured in place by your other palm. And then pinky, back to the ring, back to the middle. Sorry, let me get a better view there. Boom, pull, like that. That's a great finger independence exercise you can do. Another great one is on your thinnest strings, go like 7, 8, 9, 10. Just put them all on different frets and take turns reaching up. Boom. I had one student who was having a really hard time getting independence in that middle finger, and I said, if you do not properly flip me off, then you're doing it wrong. So that's another great finger independence exercise. And then the other one, I also did this recently in my Satriani, or in my 10 warm-ups, which was this Satriani warm-up, which is you go 1, 2, 3, 4 across all the different strings, and then you flip them. And then you go to the next string, and then the next string. And you can look up videos of Satriani doing this on YouTube. And he goes incredibly fast. And it's really tough to do that and get all the notes right. So when you first do it, I would pick one note at a time. One other really good one is a Petrucci independence thing, this 10, 11, 12, 13 across 4 strings, and just move one finger down at a time. And really take your time. You can also don't hurt yourself. If you feel any pain at all, you need to stop. But these 2 fingers are really hard to get that spacing between, and so I'll kind of force them just a little bit when I'm working on that kind of a finger independent exercise. And as you get lower on the fretboard, the frets get further apart, and so you end up stretching a little bit more. Hi, Kylie. Good to see you. Arpin says that palm finger pulling method seems a great help. Thank you so much. Thumb placement advice. Okay, yeah, you're welcome, by the way. Thumb placement advice, a couple of things is when I'm playing cowboy chords, like open position chords, I've got my thumb up and my hand is twisted. When I'm playing blues licks, and especially doing a lot of vibrato and bending, you can see my thumb is up and my index finger is like that, right? And then when I'm playing more like shreddy stuff and I have to do more of a big position, you can see instantly my thumb comes down lower, right? So, right? So you saw I started, my thumb is low, and then as soon as I go for that bend, my thumb is up. So I'm really going back and forth with my thumb depending on how far I need to stretch my hands. Yeah, cool. So there you go. All right, so where was I? What was I working on? My sweeping. I'm working on my sweep picking. So this one for A minor, that's tough to do that hammer on. So I need to work on that a little bit. I'm happy to answer any other questions that you guys have. So let's see. Going backwards is pretty easy for me, but ascending is hard. So I'm not going to waste time practicing the descent. I'm just going to, and honestly, so first, okay, there we go. My favorite guitarist, yeah. So my number one favorite guitar player is Joe Satriani. And then right behind him would be Tom DeLonge from Blink-182. Isn't that weird? And then it would be Kevin Cadigan from Third Eye Blind. and really unique guitar player. Got to meet him once, which was awesome. And then Christopher Parkening, the classical guitarist, who I also got to meet and study with for a week. Another favorite of mine is Steve Vai, Eric Johnson, and actually Michelangelo Badio. I really like Michelangelo Badio and Bumblefoot for like shred guitar guys. And then who else? There's somebody else I'm forgetting. I mean, that mostly covers my favorite guitar players. I also really like the like main guitar player songwriter from Newfound Glory. Like, just writes really great riffs. Marco and Sean Lane. I don't know who Marco Slogy is. I'll have to look him up. Greg Howe. You guys, I've been studying guitar with Greg Howe for over a decade, and I knew I was blanking on something. I feel so dumb. I have a lesson with Greg later this week. Greg has influenced my guitar playing so much. I used to only play like this stuff, just like Satriani style, and then Greg kind of taught me to start doing like this kind of thing. And then like doing like a lot of more arpeggio type things. And then like with tapping, like this kind of a thing. So if you listen to any of my songs or any of my records, I got a new single coming out pretty soon in the next month or so called Frog Hopper that's getting mixed right now with a great drummer, Marco, the Italian drummer, who Greg actually recommended to me. And so you'll hear, I think, a lot of that on that playing. You'll hear the Satriani influence, but you'll hear a lot of that Greg Howe influence. So if you go back to like my earlier records, it's like, okay, this guy's like a Satriani clone, and now more of that Greg Howe influence has definitely come in. Look him up too. You'll surely be amazed. Okay, Marco Slow. I don't know how to say it, but okay, cool. I'm gonna look him up. I am determined to get this arpeggio clean. Some people can go like just crazy fast with sweeps. I don't. There's a certain level of speed that is not interesting to me anymore. So like with this one, with that A minor, I don't have much of a desire to go faster than that. You've got guys that'll do, I can't even do it, but they'll go like, it's like that, and it's not interesting to me. Plus, I also physically can't go that fast. So you get that A minor shape, and then that one, and then there's one more, but it's not worth doing, in my opinion. That one. It's you have to bar so much across 3 strings. And then across 2 strings with a different finger. It's not worth it. I'd rather do this. So I'll do like 3 string and 5 string sweeps mostly. So I've been revisiting that one as well. Alwyn, please do a cover of Angels and Airwaves, Time Bomb. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll consider that, because I have been thinking about doing some more Blink and Angels and Airwaves stuff, because I love Tom DeLonge, and I love Blink and Angels. Doing covers is tough. It's actually quite a bit more work than well, sometimes than doing, unless I, then just like teaching a song, unless I like download, because you got to get the right tones, you got to get the right performance. And that can be tricky, even with like an easy song. How do I start learning rhythmic patterns as a beginner? Okay, so I will tell you that here. I have what I start all my students with, ARP, for rhythm is I have in my online curriculum, in my beginner course, it's called 9 common strum patterns, and so I go through just doing this. Just make sure you can do that on a beat. And then, and I tab it out, and it's got you, there's a chart for you to practice with. But then I do like down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. You want to get to the point where you can do that without thinking about it and like have a conversation. So that's step 1, I would say, for learning rhythmic patterns. And then there's lots of other combinations you can do. And then the main big strum pattern that you'll find works for almost any like pop or rock tune is down, down, up, up, down, up. So down, down, up, miss, up, down, up. So the way I make students practice this is I have them actually say it out loud. It's really frustrating at first, but you will learn it. So if you can't say it, then you don't understand it up here. A lot of times it's not a physical problem, it's a mental problem. Not a mental problem, but it just hasn't been processed fully by the brain yet. So if you can go down, down, up, miss, up, down, up, then you can probably play it. So, and then I take students in my 90-day guitar transformation course. I take them through. You can find that on unlimitedguitar.com if you're interested. But I take them through Rhythm Mastery 1, which covers quarter notes and eighth notes and reading rhythms. I don't believe guitar players necessarily need to be able to read music, but I do believe guitar players need to be able to read rhythms. And then in Rhythm Mastery 2, then we do quarter notes and sixteenths with a little bit of eighths. Rhythm Mastery 3 covers dotted quarters and dotted eighths and a little bit of dotted sixteenths, so dotted notes. And then Rhythm Mastery 4 gets into triplets and sextuplets. And that's typically as far as I take it with teaching students rhythms. By that point, once they've completed all of those, then they're golden. And that's why I call it my 90-day guitar transformation program, because their playing really does transform when they follow the program. How to remember and learn rhythm. Yeah, a lot of it's repetition, just doing it over and over again. Josine, Brazil. Cool. What's up? That's so cool. I love it. I'm in Texas. I'm in the United States, where we think we're the center of planet Earth. But people in America most of them are, that I know are actually like pretty cool. So please don't hate us because of some of the shenanigans that go on here in the States. All right. Back to my sweeping practice. I like to break things into chunks. Like if the exercise is this, I'm usually not playing all of that. I'm just isolating the weakness. So watch it as I play through the whole thing. I don't know how well you can tell, but for me, I can tell that when I'm ascending, I've got problems. And it's primarily right there. Okay, cool. So now I feel good about that. Now let's add the next note. Okay, so now I'm having a hard time adding that next note. So I'm going to back it up a little. I think it's actually this hand. I'm hesitating a little for some reason. And I can feel myself tensing up. So make a conscious choice to relax. If you're not getting something, ask: Do I have tension in my shoulders? Do I have tension in my hands? Relax. And now I'm getting worse. Let's go back to the bridge. That's feeling good. I really tense my jaw while playing. How do I click? Yeah, you just got to be aware of it. And I notice it with students a lot. They'll hold their breath. They'll be like, whew, and I'm like, breathe. And so a lot of times it just means you need to slow down in your playing. Okay, sorry, I meant the guitar into and chorus. Oh, the guitar intro and chorus to Time Bomb. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Angels and Air Waves. Time Bomb. Didn't I do a guitar lesson on this one? I think. Let's see. I'm just Googling. Yep, a video of me comes up. Oh, and I'm using this guitar. So, Alwyn, sorry, let me know if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. If oh wait, never mind. Nope, that's automatic. Dun. Let me see. And then I did Spellbound. Yo, did I not do Time? I did Kiss and Tell. Did I not do a lesson of Time Bomb? Maybe I didn't. Okay, well I'll have to learn. I'll have to learn that. All right. Oh, another big thing is take breaks, especially when you feel yourself not making progress anymore. There we go. Taking that little break really helped me, actually. And then don't underestimate just how many times you need to repeat. Like, I mean, think about how many times I've already done that just while we've been here. And then when you think you've got it, when you've got something perfect, don't stop there. Keep doing it. You need to repeat it a whole bunch of times. Perfect. And then moving around as well. So let's go to E minor. Yeah, something like that. 1:45 a.m. Oh yeah, Arpin, man, go to sleep. India, cool. That's awesome. Palm mute technique really helped. Sweet, awesome. Well, good. I hope to see you again on the next one. Yeah, you're very welcome, Olin. And Arpin, don't forget to check out Marco. Yes. The Forest Andromeda is all I recommend you listen to. Okay, you got it. Cool, awesome. Yeah, man, get to bed. See, now I'm feeling good. Let's go to D minor. I usually do minor arpeggios. So those are usually the only two sweep arpeggios that I do. And since I don't do a ton of sweeping, anytime I do, I really only need those two in my playing. So there are some people who will be like, you got to learn everything and all the keys. And I think if you practice something in 4 or 5 different keys, like the main ones that you'll typically see, like A, E, C, G, D, maybe F, maybe a B flat just for good measure. One of the weird keys for guitar, a weird guitar key, right? I think it's good to, and then moving around to find different positions and different shapes. But I don't subscribe to like the jazz philosophy of practicing something in all 12 keys, because I don't play jazz. In jazz, you really need all 12 keys, you know. But if I have to do something in a key that I'm not usually playing in, then I'll just take a little extra time and practice in that key, and you just shift everything, right? So if I'm in D minor and this one's like C sharp, okay, my fingers aren't used to going to those frets all the time, but they're comfortable with the shape. So I just got to spend a little extra time going there, you know. Yeah, let's get out of that A minor. Let's go E flat. Seriously, my number one guitar has always been my black Clapton Strat, which is in the shop right now. But I've been finding that the more I gig, the more shows I play, the more I am going to my Music Man Cutlass. Like, this is kind of becoming my number one guitar. There's kind of like nothing it can't do. I love it. All right, that's enough for 5-string sweeps, I think. I'm going to practice some 3-string sweeps now. Let's do a little bit. Let's go back to A minor. So this one's really tough because you got to go down, 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 up, pull off, up, down. And that's my big challenge, the up, down. Doesn't seem like it would be. So getting back to that, that's what I need to work on. I'm gonna slow that down a little bit. This is fun. This is fun. I like practicing and kind of like getting to hang out with you guys at the same time. If anybody else has a question they want to ask about whatever, just don't ask me about politics or religion. All right, that's feeling pretty good. Let's move it. But I don't know. You tell me. It's feeling good. So I'm going to now move that to the other minor shape. All I'm doing is taking those 5-string sweeps from before and then just isolating the highest 3 strings. That one actually feels better, honestly, than this one, which surprises me. I've got a little extra string noise. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty good about those right now. I probably need to practice some improvising as well. And then I'm going to start getting that Prism set ready. I don't have everything set up to where the volume of the recording with this is gonna, I'm gonna have to spend some time getting that hooked up. Otherwise I would practice that here live. So I'll probably end this here in a few minutes. I'm kind of done doing my technique stuff for the day. And then I need to get to work on the Prism set that I need to prepare. So I think I'm gonna finish up doing major sweeps. I don't do major sweeps a whole lot. Hey, but that's feeling pretty good. Yeah, you guys let me know if you got any questions. Happy to answer. That one's weird because you gotta use your middle finger to roll across 3 strings. Which I actually find harder than the minor version. Okay, cool. Am I supposed to title this or something? I don't know how this works. Okay, now I'm getting distracted. Let's see. Major sweeps. Yeah, coming back. So down, 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 up, pull off, up, down. Let's go to B flat. This one is the hardest sweep for me. All right, what's going on, you guys? Hey, pop any questions you got in the comments for me. We can talk guitar. I'll answer any questions about gear, like my amps, if you want to talk about that, or my other guitars and things, or if you want to ask me questions about technique, or gigging life, or teaching, you know, any whatevs, you know? All right, so in the meantime, I'm going to continue practicing this dastardly B flat sweep. So down, 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 up, pull off, up, down. Really, I need to just practice that. Feels fine right there. So why am I having such a hard time doing the full thing? I think I know what's happening, which is when I'm coming back, that middle finger is not in the fretting hand, is not getting to that second string. So and that's tricky because you have to like not hit with the tip, you have to hit with the edge of it, of the finger, and then roll to the tip. Right, like that. Goodness, and then my picky hand also wants to go pluck, pull off, up, up, down, but I need to bypass that other up and just get to the down. Ugh, man, that one is the worst. I will probably come back to that one later this evening. Minor's feeling good. And that minor shape is pretty good. It's this major shape. Ah, man. Okay, okay. Well, a couple more times, and then I'm going to move on. Yeah. I need to just be patient. You know, the way I got good at sweep picking finally, after 12 years of not being good at it, was I finally just started dedicating an hour a day to it and going at a slow, moderate pace, right? Which I'm not doing a very good job of right now. Golly. So I hope that it's nice to see, like, you know, I polish things up for like the YouTube videos and for live performances. But when it comes to practicing, you know, it's probably, hopefully it's nice to see like, oh, okay, this guy doesn't do everything flawlessly. Ah. It's feeling okay. Okay, so let's do speed burst. So I'll do 3 slow at a speed where I know it's perfect, and then I'll do 1 fast. It's falling apart there still. What's happening on that fast one that it's falling apart? I'm missing that second string on the down and on the return. That's the problem. The other way I'll practice that is just doing one fast one and then taking a break. So let's try that. Honestly, so probably what I'm going to do is just abandon that one, and I might give it another week of practicing that, and then I'll probably just stick to those minor shapes. Repent, Jesus loves tea. Oh, okay, cool. Jesus loves tea, and therefore we should repent. All right, cool. Well, thanks. Now I'll get that one. Okay, but I'm not going to practice that one anymore for today. All right, y'all, I'm going to end this here because I got to get working on this set for Prism. Really excited for some of the shows we have coming up. Thanks for joining me here. This is my first time kind of just testing this out and seeing what it's all about. Maybe I'll do it more often when I'm practicing. Maybe I'll jump on tomorrow and answer any questions y'all have. Jesus loves you. Look for God, guys. Okay, so remember, I don't talk, you may have just joined us, but I don't talk politics or religion. I'll talk guitar. I'll talk about comic books. I'll talk about superhero movies. I'll talk about any movies in general, like the movie Companion I just saw. That was amazing. I'll talk about music with you. But yeah, I'm not gonna talk religion or politics. Owange still here. Cool. All right, you guys. Bye. Y'all have a great rest of the day. See ya. Oh wait. What does it say? Do you know play Tool? But around on out like on bass. I can't do it on here, but I can slap that. Lateral, or what's that song called? You know, yeah, that's a good one. Okay, Kelly, who is that? Kelly's my garage. Cool. Push it. No, I don't know. Push it. Okay. All right. See you guys later.